What do you see? The kind of personality. Dreams. The personality. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark, celebrating its 10-year anniversary, dominating the podcast world. Now sit back and relax, and let's welcome your hosts, Blake, Sal, and Mark.
You wonder if we're ever looking back at a picture of 2019 and saying that's the way the world it used to be before our dreams started busting at the seams. We're out here and we're ready, we're here and we're ready to not dream the apocalypse. Yeah, if it's better, the views so good.
Hello and welcome to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark, live episode number 456. It is officially today our 10-year podcast anniversary. I'm not sure how we got here, but we got here. I'm moving on my co-hosts. First of all, my best friend, the guy who's been next to me since literally day one 10 years ago, the biggest of podcasting, Sal. How you doing? No good. Very good. Yeah. How did we get here? How the hell did we get here?
A lot of crying. Definitely. A lot of stress eating, and a lot of napping.
Yes, I say that. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Yeah. What's funny is I was actually I put up our first show this morning, and at the archive, and boy, it's a clusterfuck. It's a clusterfuck.
I mean, it still is. I don't know what's so different.
I know, but at least we're a little more organized right now. At least the show sounds better than it did 10 years ago. The show actually sounds good. I'm not saying we do, but the show sounds better than we used to. That's for sure. Well, let's bring on our other host. The biggest film. It's all right, you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put a link up so people can join the Zoom call if they want to. It is the man, the myth, the legend, our wrestling historian, my father-in-law, and a man who has been here since episode number 2 of the show. Mark, Dad, how you doing? Brand new internet.
Doing well. 10 years. Holy cow, time flies. Time flies.
By the way, improved internet, and Dad's still stalling on his end. That's hysterical to me.
I don't know why, unless we just got too many devices hooked up.
I don't know. Well, Sal, what are we opening the show with while the song's fading out?
Yeah, this is the new Fall Out Boy, entitled "What a Time to Be Alive."
I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really fitting for us today. Actually, I think it's really fitting. I like that. Completely accidental, because the song you originally asked me wanted to play on the show this year. Well, that was perfect. That was perfect. Because I was sitting up posted, I was looking at the lyrics like, this is absolutely perfect for today. You couldn't ask for better than that. So, well, gentlemen, we are here. We are live, and I'm trying to get the Zoom link up for people that want to. If anyone's actually watching us live, which I know a few people do. Every time we do this, it's like 5-6 people that watch it live, and they comment on the bottom. So if you, I have the call up. I have everything up on my phone. So if you leave comments, please do. I'll read them on the air. If you want to join us, I'm going to put a Zoom link in the comments, so you can jump in. And for those wondering, no, this is not our normal Zoom link, so you can't just join us randomly in the future. But that was done on purpose. So what's actually Mitchell, I do this. Well, what I actually did was I went into the archives a bit and I pulled out some stuff to play today as we're going through, including like our old intros, stuff like that. And it's going to be a lot of fun to go through. And you know what I also found? And something I've never played on this show before, which I'm going to play after the break.
Oh,
we've never played on this show. It's been played on other podcasts, but never here on our show.
Oh.
So
okay then.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're following us on Twitter and on Facebook, I did put up a post because I realized if I tried to thank every single person on the show, we'd be here for hours. It would never work. We'd be here for absolute hours. So I put up a post on Twitter and on Facebook thanking every single person that's ever been on this show. There's a lot of them, a lot of people out there. We'll hear from some of them later in this show today. But yeah, it's a list. When I was typing it out, I'm like, this is a list. Like, I guess, oh my God, we've had so many people on the show over the last 10 years. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a big list.
Yeah. Well, the funny part is it's like 6 tweets, but like one long Facebook post.
Yeah.
Because the tweet deck doesn't have the extended. You know, on Twitter, they made it so like you can do longer tweets now, but on the tweet deck, it's not like that yet. So I still have to separate the tweets. So
it's easier.
All right. Well, that being said, let's get started here. Help support the show. And on the top, you can find the show and our project we work on. TheBlackandSalsa.com. Sal.
Yeah, and you can buy our shirts, stickers, hoodies, new flavored Tic Tacs and more from our T Public store. You can go to our website and click on the T Public link, or go to T Public and search the Blake and Sal Show.
Hey, do we have our 10-year memorial jewelry in yet?
Not jewelry, but you can get pins and pins and magnets and all that other fun stuff, and the T-shirt I'm currently wearing.
Or you can get a sticker.
Yes,
you can get a sticker and put it on your jewelry.
Now you're catching on. You are catching on after all this time.
It only took a decade.
Oh, look, I'm so proud of you right now. I'm so proud. So
it only took 10 years.
Oh yeah. By the way, so Sal, I think I fixed the soundboard. We'll be able to hear things better on your end. I think I fixed it finally. Last week I was testing things with John, and it seemed to work a lot better last. So hopefully I fixed the soundboard. So we're gonna go to the break. We'll come back, and I'm gonna play something that's never been played on this show. I'll be right back.
Looking for a different take on the crazy world of sports and entertainment? Then listen to the Blake and Sal Show, where the conversation is fun and lively with guests, wit, and unpredictability. Find the show at blakeandsalshow.com, on iTunes and Stitcher Radio.
So let's have some fun, shall we?
Sure, why not?
I'm honored to be etched into immortal podcasting glory.
And we're back from the break. That was a commercial spot that actually played on like various podcasts in our early days. Oh. So Mandy helped me put that together. It was actually on, I think, Saturday Morning Rewind for a while when we were playing their spots. It was on Skywalking Through Neverland at one point. It was on the One With podcast at one point. Like that was all over the place for a while, for like a year. So never played on the show because there was no reason to play it on our show. But I found it in the archives. I'm like, well, why not?
That's like when you're watching the WWE pay-per-view and they're advertising to buy the pay-per-view when you're watching the pay-per-view.
I love it when I'm watching AEW. And they're airing for Dynamite during Dynamite.
Well, that too.
I would love when that happens. Like, I understand promoting Rampage during Dynamite. I understand that. Or even Dynamite during Rampage. I understand that. Oh, they're airing AEW Dynamite commercials for the TV show during the show. It cracks me up every time. It happens every week. And it's not just because we changed. For those who are wondering, since we last talked, we cut the cord here. We're no longer on cable here. We're now on YouTube TV, which, by the way, is great. I love YouTube TV. I think the only thing we really lost was like the NHL Network, and it's worth buying. Oh, no. I don't mind that. And Dad lost A&E, but he now uses the app to watch the WWE documentaries.
Oh, okay.
Not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. Everything else we have. But what's fun about it is it's learning our personalities and what we like. So now when I turn on UTV, if the NHL's on, it'll jump to the game for me automatically.
Oh, nice.
Or like wrestling's on, it'll be like they're like, oh, WWE Raw's coming on next, or SmackDown's coming on now. Here's the station it's on. You don't have to search through the guide to find it.
Oh, cool.
I love
Then
it.
it
I
alerts
absolutely love it.
And then it alerts you that you have new episodes for your program.
Yes, actually, I get alerts all the time, and but for instance, Monday night, that's my jam, DVRs during Raw, and I get an alert on my phone saying it's currently DVRing, so you know it's there. I'm like,
Oh, how lovely.
that's awesome! Like it's little technology like that. I like that kind of stuff. So, so let's get some plugs out of the way here. First of all, as always, Andy's book, I Know I Am. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Orange Tap Publishing, available in English and in Spanish. Only language is available right there, despite what some other people may have said on the show in the last few weeks.
You mean it's not going to be available in Swahili?
You're not the only one. Dad made the same joke on Friday with another language. So,
Wait. What about Klingon?
good luck with that. Good luck with it. It's not the Big Bang Theory. Like,
Pig Latin? What about Pig Latin?
that's a joke I haven't heard in a long time. And also,
Old English.
The Queen's English?
No, Old English.
The other thing I want to play is, as I mentioned on Friday, Mandy has a podcast now. So that's a thing now. Mandy has a podcast. It is the Nadine and Mandy show. It's available on all podcasting platforms. They're going to be going bi-weekly.
Without Mark.
Yeah, without Mark. They're going bi-weekly.
Yeah.
There's some scheduling going on. So they're going to be going every other week on. We haven't figured out what day. Probably on Fridays. Probably right before our show will be their show. This works that way. So
So they're going to be our lead-in.
So for the producer that I am, I need to be able to have the time to edit the show. So like, so that's that. So on all podcasting platforms, as I said on Friday. I'm sorry, Friday. And yesterday's show. I keep saying we recorded yesterday's show on Friday. So I keep saying Friday. As I said on yesterday's show, now part of the Blake and South podcasting family.
Hey.
So I just have not said it in a long time since I think I stopped doing Entertainment Apex. I haven't used that sentence in a long time. By the way, so I want to address something, but this came out of conversation, the podcast group that I'm in. I'm taking the 2023 year off of MMX podcasting. It doesn't mean I'm taking the year off podcasting. People like sometimes forget I'm still doing this show every week. They're like, well, you're not podcasting. And we're like, I'm still doing a weekly show. I'm still doing a show every freaking Friday. Like I'm busy every week. I'm busy. I'm just taking a break from the MMX world for the year. And also, you know what? I made a decision. Yes, I made a decision recently. I'll break it here. I was gonna wait till about the MMX convention in Indianapolis to make this news, but I'll break it here because it's our show and I can do what the hell I want. I can do what the hell I want.
Well, the name is on it, so
Next year, in 2024, me and Kyle we're bringing back Clerks Minute to do Clerks 3 for the 30th anniversary of Clerks. We're gonna bring back Clerks Minute to do Clerks 3, and that'll be my 10th MMX movie season, the 10th one, and I believe.
nice.
As of now, unless something drastically changes in my brain, I believe I'm going to be stepping down from the format after Clerks 3.
Oh.
I'm going to be stepping down from the format. I think I'm going to be retiring from the MX format after Clerks 3 next year. So I'll still be doing movie stuff, but I think the format, I'm done with the format. It's too damn hard. It's too much work. It's just too much damn work sometimes. And I'm getting older and I don't have the time I used to have. And I think after Clerks 3, I'm done with that format. I'll still do other things. I have other ideas, but not that format anymore. So after Clerks. So I just wanted to make that announcement here because I can. All right. So like I said, I went through the archives and I found a bunch of old stuff. So as we get into our first segment here, I do want to play. And by the way, it took me till episode like 6 to find this. We didn't have an intro for like 6 episodes. We didn't have an intro because we didn't have. I didn't edit an intro because we didn't have enough shows to go in and make an intro. We just didn't have enough shows, and so like it took me to like episode 6 to go in and actually make an intro for our show. So here, for the first time, I think in about 9 years since we actually played this, maybe 8 years since we played this. This is the first original intro of the Blake and South show.
So let's have some fun, shall we?
Sure, why not?
Brace yourselves.
Everyone hoist up your pint and basically have a nice Irish drinking toast. I saw you dancing there, Sal.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. David Arquette, better WCW champion than The Rock is now.
How did that make any sense?
It's
What were you freaking out?
the spider on my wall.
So it's like kissing cousins.
That's just nasty.
They get weirder every week. They really do.
Wait, there's more.
Well, there you go. All you need is a couple hoopla hotties and you're in like twin.
You could be naked doing that, and I could hear your laugh.
Now we've heard it all.
But don't worry, you could have seen the commando.
Cheeks are better than the fucking fiery ball of hell.
After meditation now, I'm feeling much better.
By the way, can you tell I'm my dad's daughter?
I was on Canadian Mountain Time.
This is great radio. I'm well aware.
Yeah, that was definitely the strangest intro I've ever had for an interview. I will say that.
It sounds very professional.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-da.
I had a spider on my wall at one point. What happened?
I have no idea. It was such randomness. Like, it was such random. Oh my god, that was.
That's a lot for 6 episodes.
I know. Well, remember we had like 2-hour shows. We did like 2-hour shows. It's hysterical looking back. We did like 2-hour, 2.5-hour shows for no reason whatsoever. No, the show, I think it's around like the 1.5 year mark where we were like 3.5 hours. We just kept talking and talking all night long. And I think those are the episodes where like we have like the top 5 lists for like an hour because Mandy's in the studio. We just kept talking and talking.
Yeah.
And it was a fun hour. But like the shows are like 3.5 hours. Maybe has to get there and find stuff. So me and Sal obviously did a show in February. Actually, yeah, we have someone coming into the Zoom call.
Oh.
We have someone coming into the Zoom call. So I believe this person has theme music. So she can come in the room. I have welcomed her in. I need her to turn her camera on, but I'll do this while she does that.
Against the walls, the pressure's building, but no, I will never fall. Instead of trying, they hear me roar. And now I see that I'm way better than before. I never needed you. I'm gonna watch you fall down. I'm living large now. I never needed you at all. Things will fall down. I'm gonna watch you fall down. I'm living large now. I never needed you at all.
Let's bring on my wife, my biggest, probably my biggest fan. Sometimes, but I will say
I was gonna say,
what's
think a
interesting
little
here is-
highly of yourself there.
So hey, you know what? I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a very good mood. But I actually did some research here because I've been, for everybody who comes on the show the first time, I look back at their first show and see when it was. Her first show was May 2nd, 2013. And it was her 75th appearance on the podcast. Let's bring on
Well, who's counting?
me.
He is, obviously.
Me, because I had a thing going this year. Let's bring on Mandy. Mandy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Gonna say that when you came to me with this idea, did not expect we'd be here. There's that.
I didn't get to even ask you this in Jersey because you were in the background yelling and having a good time in the background, not actually on the show, but in the show at the same time.
I feel like that's just a metaphor for me.
At times on the show, I agree.
It's really the Blake and Sal show with Mark featuring Mandy sometimes when she wants to.
Yes. By the way, and by the way, on the record, eventually down the road, I do have an intro that Kurt made that actually says, and special guest host Mandy. I haven't edited it yet, but I do have it. When you have the opportunity to edit it, I do have it. Because of last year.
What is the question?
I was going to ask you, what were you? You even said it 10 years ago. I came to you and said, I'm going to do this podcast. I was working security at the time. I was bored. Your thoughts then, and now here we are 10 years later. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
My honest thought?
Yes. Fair enough. I give you honesty points. I give you honesty points.
Hang on. If you keep doing that, you're going to flip that chair over.
I was like, okay, that's cute. It'll last like a week or two.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I remember Sally said that in Jersey, like, well, we're gonna be a couple of months and then we'd be done with this. And yeah, we're still doing this. We're still here. But no, I was actually gonna ask Dad this question. Honey, for you, personal highlight of the show.
Meeting Olga.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that was an old
yeah.
classic. Old Jen.
She's pretty
that-
fantastic.
That sassy bitch.
I know. She's pretty cool.
It's been a while since we've heard from her too. I hope to hear from her sometime soon. It's been a while. I figured with the
Maybe
whole war in Russia, there might be an issue. Or in Ukraine, it might be an issue. Getting her on the show. That'd be a problem. Well, we'll find out.
She's smuggling guns across
She
the
may
border.
not get permission to speak.
She's smuggling AR-17s across the border.
When you say that, all I can imagine is like that scene from Miss Congeniality where she's packing like 9 guns.
Yes.
Oh, and a couple of donuts.
That's amazing. That's absolutely
Yes.
so.
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, 9 guns and a couple of glazed.
That's what she said.
Wow.
I'm just saying, if the title for this show wasn't like 10-year anniversary extravaganza, it should be 9 guns and a couple of glazed.
I mean, why not?
How come we can't have crawlers?
Let's make it 10 guns to incorporate the 10 years.
Yeah, there you go. 10 guns and a couple of glazed.
Fair
And the
enough.
reason why it's glazed and not crullers are because I think crullers can be a little phallic.
Actually, honey, what's funny, you just reminded me. We were talking about the long marathon shows we used to do back in the day. And one episode actually was called, when you were on it, I think it was, we were doing like top songs, like sex songs or sexy songs or something like that. And you were on the episode with us. And the episode title was actually called Making Spotify Flaccid. That's actually what it felt like. One of my favorite titles of all time.
I think it was because you had really bad picks, and she questioned if you even understood what the top.
Well, not even that. Also, it was the dirtiest top 5 list we ever did. So like every time I brand a song, and you're like, Spotify. So I go to Spotify. It's actually really hysterical. I know I put it up as an archive this year already. It's a really funny. Oh my god. Well, that was the funny part. Like we had 2 marathon top 5 lists. It was that one and the boy bands one. And they were like back-to-back shows. I'm like,
Oh, I remember the boy band one.
they're like an hour each. Like they're like really the longest shows ever.
Which ironically, the boy band one should have been the shortest because you don't need top 5, you just need 1.
No, I don't think so. At least my boys aren't getting divorced, okay?
They're separated.
That was it. I saw that report. Like, they're not divorcing. They're separating for possibly getting back together in the future. What the fuck does that even mean?
JC doesn't even have anyone. So
Wait a minute. Are we talking about AJ?
yes,
Yes. Not
It's
AJ
just a matter of
Styles,
time.
not to
It's-
confuse anyone.
it's just a matter of time before we do find out that there was one gay Backstreet Boy member the entire time.
Meh.
Wasn't that the 6 Backstreet Boy?
I will
No, I
throw out
think
there, by the way, if you do want to have the nostalgia of like boy band conversations, Lance Bass has the podcast right now called Frosted Tips, and it's actually a really, really good show. It's a really
You know, I literally just thought you said flaccid tips.
no Frosted Tips. with Lance Bass.
Boy, they.
So-
I was like, wow, how do you know that about Lance? Do we need to have a chat?
I know
you
way
like
too much.
AJ?
I'm not gonna lie. I know. Listening to the podcast, I know way too much about Lance and his husband. I know way too much about them. After listening to that podcast, I'm not gonna lie.
That's
So,
because
all right.
Lance is too busy getting oozy.
Huh?
Huh?
This conversation.
Yeah, thank you.
This conversation just turned flaccid.
All right. Honey, you want to slide out? I know you got work to do. It's fine with me. We will be on the WrestleMania show this week. I'm excited. We're all excited to have that one. So
I got time.
you're on time. Cool. Hang out with us, Dad. I'll throw it to you then. What is your like top moment for our show in the last like 10 years? And you can include the cons if you want to. I did that when we were in.
Can I? Oh wait, sorry. Besides Olga, my other favorite moment ever is Dad getting chanted for.
Oh yeah, I just put that video up. I just put that video up.
That is legitimately like one of my favorite videos ever.
And it was such an accident. That's the best part about it. It was so for those who don't know, it was just me and Dad. I think that was with the World Chicago. It was just me and Dad on that one. It was just me and him because it was the first time we went. So I just got the pass for the first time, and it was just me and him. And he approaches these luchas, all dressed in masks and a big group of them, and they're just yelling people's names. So I happen to roll video when he's like, "What's your name, Mark?" I was like, "Mark." It's a great video. I just put it up on our Instagram page, actually.
My other favorite part of that was Mom's reaction to it, going, "Oh my god!" He's like, they're gonna give him a complex. He's gonna think he's more important than he actually is.
Yeah, that was an amazing. That was so amazing. I literally just put that up. So like, I'm trying to see if I can find the audio from it because it's very, very funny. But yeah, Dad, you throw it to you while I look this up.
That's you, Dad.
I think the most memorable one when the pepperoni prophet came and made an appearance on Lake and Sales show to kind of bless the show.
I think it's in the second intro. I'm gonna get to the second intro. I think it's in there when we get there. So I think, hang on, I think I found the video. I just gotta unmute it. Yeah, I was like, here we go. The video is currently up on our Instagram page. By the way, Jason Paolo just wished us an happy anniversary on Twitter. So there you go.
Oh,
that just happened.
Well, thank you.
Is he the one that hates you, Sal?
Yeah, that weird rivalry. They've never been in the same place together since the first time he was on the show, like episode 3. Which, by the way, that show will be going off this week.
Actually, where's the list of people that hate Sal?
Well, Jason Powell, I have Jay Lethal, which is going to be coming up later today. I have that in a montage later on today. Then there's Dad's weird hatred for Dad's weird hatred for Jeff Jarrett for like 5 years. That cost him the problem of me getting on the show before he went to WWE and AEW, and now he loves him, which is hysterical to me.
There's your weird rivalry with the King.
I don't understand why I'm blocked by Jerry Lawler. That's weird.
Maybe because you made fun of him dying on air.
Maybe
or that you? It was you.
maybe he had a stroke and accidentally hit the block button.
Oh. Well, there's also if I remember.
By the way, King, if you want to block me, it's at Curvy Knockout, all one word.
Well, remember
I'll eat a Tic Tac to that. The Blake and Sal Show Tic Tac.
Remember when like Teddy Long was randomly blocking people? They said it was hacked, and I'm the only one still being blocked. I'm the only one.
I was so pissed I wasn't blocked by Teddy Long.
Messaging you because it was like a big face. I'm like, I'm gonna check this out of curiosity, and I'm like, I'm blocked by Teddy Long, and I'm the only one out of all of us that got blocked there. Not even the show, just me.
So what did you do to piss off Teddy?
So Teddy was hacked, and he was blocking a lot of people from the wrestling media. Apparently, I'm not popular on the wrestling side of things that like he blocked me. I don't understand how that happened. I'm not even that big. I don't even like sending reports to websites anymore like I used to. Like, I don't even do that anymore.
I love the apology he wrote down.
Yeah, how many players can you put in an apology?
Well, it depends on how many players can you put into an induction speech for the Hall of Fame. Same mentality. I think it was the number of the players and the number of times Mr. T thanks his mama.
Aw, his mama.
Yes. I remember that.
Which, by the way, I've been watching all WrestleManias, like you do in the background and doing things. We watch all WrestleManias during the season. I was watching WrestleMania 28. And we got to the part with Brodus Clay and his mom and the Bridge Club. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why did this happen?
Did you discuss the moment that your son and I and you watched?
Oh, yeah. So, Sal, Dad, we were watching WrestleMania 34. That's because I had it on. We were cleaning the living room. We just kept watching it. And we get to, it was a match. It was the New Day comes out. And they always have their crazy entrances. And you remember them. Like the cereal box and like all the random stuff they used to do. I have no recollection whatsoever of their entrance at WrestleMania 34. No recollection of it whatsoever. We're sitting there watching it.
Do either of you know what he's referring
happened at WrestleMania 34?
I don't remember what happened yesterday, so
fair enough. If I said this is the era of the pancakes, do you remember the entrance of WrestleMania 34?
Is that the one where they came out with like 17 trays of pancakes?
No, that's a different year.
I wish.
This one was they came out dressed in Power Ranger cosplay.
Yes, and all of a sudden, Xavier with Francesca goes.
Ironically, this is WrestleMania 34, not now, but now would have been a tribute to Jason Frank. Then it's just because they love the Green Ranger.
and ironically, that was the most normal part of the entrance. It just went downhill from there.
That made sense to me, and at least made sense because it's very New Day. That was very New Day, and all of a sudden, a bunch of midgets dressed like pancakes come out of the stage.
I don't remember that.
And they'll do the entrance with midgets dressed like pancakes. Like this actually happened.
I don't remember that at all.
So we're watching this, and they get to the ring, and all of a sudden, the midget dressed like pancakes are doing breakdancing on the outside.
One of them did the worm.
What's happening? This is so bizarre.
That's impressive.
I looked at Blake, and I was like, am I high? Did I like take something and I didn't realize it?
We just finished like cleaning the living room. Like we were doing a whole bunch of like spring cleaning and we had just got done, so we're relaxing. And this is the bizarre as we're watching. The rest of me. That's so funny. So by the way, Seth, I'll ask you a question. I said this to Mandy last night because we were talking about scheduling for her podcast, which I plugged, by the way, everybody, honey. And
thank you.
I plugged it. If you see Sal, you remember this. How many weeks did we go without a break when this show started?
Oh, probably 3 years.
I actually looked it up. I was curious because I remember I was joking with Andy last night. I'm like, I know we went like almost just over a year, without taking like we went every other week for a while, and like we went 68 straight weeks without taking a break. Like we took like
that's actually shorter than I thought.
Yeah, we banked shows and things like that, but like we did not we went up a new episode every week for the first 68 weeks of the show. From March 28th, 2018, all the way to June 26th, 2014.
Wow.
That's amazing. It's absolutely incredible.
Nice.
I thought that was impressive. I'm like, wow. Like, that's...
Yes.
So, I looked that up. I'm like, wait, what? I was joking with Mandy. I'm like, that's a long fucking streak. Like, I did not realize it was that long at all. So, and the funny part is, it's like different. Like, we did this show at like different times of the day too. Like sometimes we're doing it like 7 a.m. I was actually talking to Nadine about this, or the early morning. Do you even remember this one, Sal? Early mornings when we're doing the morning shows, and like we're doing it like 7 a.m, and all of a sudden, like every morning, a train would go by, like right on cue, every freaking morning. There's the train.
That's the train to see,
The
Caucus.
9:15 is just passing.
Oh, it was like 7 a.m, which made it even funnier. It was like 7 a.m. Oh my god!
All people have to go to work.
Well, it was like the funny part is you would think I had like we had a soundboard into the year. We didn't have a soundboard. It was just a red your train would go by every morning when we were doing the show. By the way, speaking of the soundboard, I as I said, I fixed the soundboard. I also updated the soundboard a little bit, and as requests from Mandy, this is now on the soundboard for the future.
Wait, what was that?
Wait, what was it?
Hang on, let me turn that up.
Oh,
Let me
talk.
talk
I still can't make it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, got it.
It's from our show last Saturday. Like I got the clip. I'm like, oh, I'll use that now on the show. I'll use that now. And it's that next on the soundboard. It's right next to.
Fuck Cody Rhodes.
Yay! Got it.
Loud and clear.
Oh my god! By the way, I did find a way.
My bitch on there.
It's actually in the closer now. It's in the close.
Okay, good.
Part of the
Very
close.
good.
It goes Omega and then goes in the bye bitch now. That's the close now. By the way, John thought that was amazing. I did not tell John I was doing that. I think he was like cracked up laughing.
Speaking of bitches, did you tell them what else you found?
Which part did I find?
You found something on one of your old sound.
I found a lot of things. You have to remember. I found a lot of things that I was going through the old soundboards.
Uncle Joe.
Oh, it's in the intro. Thank you for setting it up. Thank you for setting me up, honey. Perfect. So I found when I was going through the archives, I went to my Google Drive, and apparently when I had a computer crash, I literally uploaded like all of our soundboards to the Google Drive. Forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. And I found it yesterday. Which is also where I ended up finding our old news setup. I found that. I found that again. That's good. I have that again.
Yay!
But so then I found, well, for some reason we also have this clip. Let's go to the audio. I don't know why that exists, but that happened.
Yay!
That happened.
Oh, I missed that one.
So I was like, okay, so I found a folder. It was literally 2 different folders. It was sound effects and running gags. And I'm like, what the hell is this? I went through this folder and I'm like, okay, some of these aren't funny at all anymore. Some of these are just stupid, out of context. But then I was like, so I put together a little montage, about 2 minutes, of all the highlights from this like running gag and sound effects folder. And it's hilarious. There's a lot of wrestling stuff in here. There's random clips of us, like it's sprued in here somewhere. I know the couple clips of Mandy in here randomly, Dad in here randomly, and then the one Mandy just brought up is in here as well. So here we go. It literally wrote down as a random montage. And here we go.
I think you're going to want to hear this.
You say crazy like it's a bat.
All the great balls of fire.
Hey, boo. Mwah.
There you are. Come on in. I've been waiting for you.
Look, Mom, can I keep them?
Your marijuana, sir?
My prayers have been answered.
Time you whine, a baby cries and they lose their hero.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Woo! Hakuna Matata. Under the sea. Under the sea.
Bust a bottle on a bitch.
Crikey, bad storyline.
Baby girl, actions always speak louder than words. Remember that.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and yeah.
Lana is the best. Lana #1.
I give you my word. This is a battle we'll win. And with this vow, forever has now begun. This, I promise you.
I'm going to say whale's vagina on this one.
Oh, trip that memory lane. Honey, I see you cracking over there. There was one in Little Uncle Joe just like bust a bottle on a bitch, right? All that. God, old time.
It is the whitest thing ever, but it is so great.
Oh my God, it's amazing. I was putting that together and I'm like cackling putting that together. And those aren't even everything. Like I literally had 2 folders up. I had to like narrow it down. Because I felt a longer montage later that's perplexing a little later in the show, but like I had to put that together because it was so much fun to put together. Oh my God, I'm so glad I found that folder. I'm so glad. Just for memory's sake. So actually we'll segue. And honey, want to stick around for the top 5 list or do you want to get out of here?
I can stick around.
Cool. I wanted to ask you, I know you're busy. I wanted to make sure you were good. So before I do that, I do have one more intro from the old days of the show. There was actually like 3 other intros and I cut one out because I do want to play something else, but I did find one more intro and this is the first one with music behind it. There's a lot of similarities to the first one, but this is actually fun. This is actually a lot shorter because this is when you were yelling at me to keep things shorter. When you were yelling at me to keep things short.
10 years later, it's still the same.
So this is like this is just over a minute, and this is my segue to get to the second part of our show.
But let's have some fun, shall we?
Sure, why not?
Shoot it up, big boy.
How are you doing today?
on the Blake and Sal show. Let me tell you, the nature boy is raring to go.
Everyone hoist up your pint and basically have a nice Irish drinking toast.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Just giddy as a schoolgirl on prom night.
Oh, the delicious Irish.
Do we really try to keep it clean?
They get weirder every week. They really do.
Wait, there's more.
I know that you know what I know that I think you know that I know that you know that you know that I know that you know that.
This is fantastic. I love this.
What is wrong with these people?
Everybody meditation now. I'm feeling much better.
By the way, can you tell my dad's daughter? You would be wasted.
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 Where's Dr. Shelby? You need him.
That was definitely the strangest intro I've ever had for an interview. I will say that.
It sounds very professional.
They're often tried to figure out the thing, but they will never be.
That is definitely my truth.
I'm honored to be etched into immortal podcasting.
So that segues into the next segment of the show. I messaged Sal, like, I want to bring back our top 5 list. We haven't done one in a very long time. And I think the last time we did one was like what had to be like our 400 show, maybe something like that. Like, we don't do it often anymore. This is usually a weekly thing. And I was trying to figure out when we stopped. I think it was like 80, episode 80 when we actually stopped doing this weekly. The thing we used to do. Like, it's crazy. I think it's run out of ideas. I think it's running out of ideas.
I'm actually going to pop off because I want this to be a surprise.
Sounds good, honey. We will talk to you later, and we'll see you on the show for WrestleMania week, WrestleMania preview. Looking forward to that.
Mwah. Love
Love
you guys.
you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Toodles.
Yeah, so that was fun. Hey, man, that was always fun to have her here. So I was like, I need something fun here, something different, something we've never done. So I came up with a top 5 list. It is if you're making a festival stage, your 5 artists that you're putting on your festival stage. And for the sake of
I have 5 and an opening act as my honorable mention.
Of course you do. Of course you did. That's very like you. It's very, very like well, the funny part is I'll throw it open. I'll throw an honorable mention in there as well that I cut from my list. And it was like Gina Menzel. Because I wanted to she opened for Josh Groban. And I did the special. I really wanted to. I would love to do that, like as an opening thing. So that's what the top. Who'd you cut out of your top 5 for your opening act?
So my festival is themed, and it's the Jersey Festival, so it's all Jersey people.
Very nice, very nice. What you doing?
And originally it was called the Jersey Boys Festival because it was all dudes. But then I had to put this one person in there, but this person isn't alive anymore.
Fair enough.
So my opening act, honorable mention, was the Whitney Houston hologram. I mean, she's dead, so how else is she going to do the show? So
that's amazing. That's fucking amazing.
So yeah, the Whitney Houston hologram is going to be my opening act.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming at all. Oh man. So I was going for a theme, and I was like, I want to do 2 of my favorites in here, but then I'm like, problem is, I listen to so much different music. I listen to so much different stuff that it turned into like, oh, I might as well go variety. I might as well go a little bit of variety here. Now some fun. So we'll start around the clock, and we've always started with Sal. So I guess start from number 5 up. Go for it.
I put as my opening act, I put the Jonas Brothers.
Ooh, that does not surprise me at all.
Because why not?
That doesn't surprise me.
Remember, Jersey theme, so
fair enough. Fair enough. No, it's fine. Sometimes I think you would forget they're from Jersey. You would forget.
Yeah.
New Jersey. It's like I'm trying to debate. I'll wait till I have a feel like there's someone else there I'll mention later when you say like from Jersey, people forget. But I realized something recently about myself that ever since I dropped some dead weight, I've been more like New Jersey centric myself personally. Like I've been more like proud of where I'm from because I'm not ashamed. I'm not getting shit for being where I'm from anymore. So like if you've noticed that about me lately, where I've just been more Jersey.
Those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, Dad. Let's go to you. Go ahead.
Hey, I got an opening act that will bring the house down.
Literally.
Michael Bublé.
Ooh, that's good. That's actually really good. I like
Okay.
that.
I'd
saw-
watch him. Yes.
I've seen Michael Bublé actually. I saw him once because I remember he was doing a the tour of he did the tour of Benedict Lee, the Christmas album, and he came out to sing their duet as part of the Christmas tour with Benedict Ladies. So like I didn't expect him to be there, and that was really, really cool. That was a really cool thing. So my opening act is just a band that I love. And I just wanted an excuse to hear them live personally, and that's Bowling for Soup.
Yes.
He's one of those bands where you realize how many damn songs of them you know and love. They're one of those bands for me. You're like, oh yeah, I love that song. I love that song. I love that song as well. So I was like, okay, perfect. They're one of the first bands I wrote down when I was putting this together. Like, so how do you go? How do you go?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
It is the order. We're going.
Well, I know. My next act, because I prefer the other one versus him, so he's going to be on a shorter set. That's Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I put it the hat Springsteen here. I'm like, yeah. I like Springsteen, but not like, yeah. Yeah, I have others that I want to put on.
No one would come to my show if he wasn't there, though.
Exactly. So, Dad, go ahead.
I'm going to start from number 5. Huey Lewis and the News.
Opening act. Oh, yeah, Lewis is not number 5. Got it. Okay. I think we're at number 4 now, so you can go ahead to the next one if you want to. Go ahead.
Okay, so the number 4, I kind of was iffy about, but I'll figure out Neil Diamond.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yay.
That's fair enough. I can't argue that. I really can't argue that. For number 4, for me, I went with Florida Georgia Line. Just for the party atmosphere. Okay. Had a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Fun, had some fun here. And I know Mandy saw them live. It had a lot of fun. So why not? Florida Georgia Line. Let's go for it. A little bit of country, a little bit of pop, a little bit of hip hop. Have some fun with it. Sal, go ahead.
Yeah, for my number 3 act, because I adore him so much, Charlie Puth, who is a Jersey boy, which not a lot of people know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's good. I didn't think of Charlie Puth. Well done. Well done on that one. You're just pulling out the Jersey artists. Yes. Really from Jersey.
It's a Jersey theme. Yes, they're all from Jersey.
Very nice. Very nice. Dad, go ahead. Number 3. Go for it.
Mine would be Karen and Richard Carpenter.
Ooh, the Carpenters. That's okay.
Oh.
That works. My parents would approve. We're only just because it's their wedding song. So like that, they would approve. So number 3. So what's funny about number 3? I needed I had back-to-back females here. And I was literally going through like artists that I love and music that I love. And this is one of those artists where like I recently realized how much of her music I absolutely adore and didn't even realize how much of her music I adored. And that would be Pink. And it's a shame that she's doing her concert at like at Miller Park or American Family Field and not like at the Pfizer. Because if it was at the Pfizer, we would totally go. But I'm just not dealing with the stadium for a concert again. When I did Billy Joel and that was chaotic. I'm not doing that again. But I would love to see her live. Like, oh my God, that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah. Let's go number 2. Sal, go.
Yeah, my number 2, keeping with the Jersey theme, obviously, would be Bon Jovi.
Of course. That didn't surprise me whatsoever. I didn't put Bon Jovi down because I knew you would. I knew you would. I knew, without even doing your theme, I know you well enough to know you'd put Jovi down on the list.
Well, thank you. Because he can't be in 2 places at once, so that makes sense.
Exactly. It's like I know you well enough to know that you would do that. So like okay.
Although the Whitney Houston hologram could be in 2 places at once.
Of course. So you know. Of course. Dad, go ahead. Number 2.
Number 2, the king of pop, Michael Jackson.
And the hologram.
The hologram of Michael Jackson.
They did that. They did that.
They did do that.
They did. It was actually kind of cool.
Yep.
Grammys. Those are Grammys.
Better than Whitney Houston.
Those are the Grammys, right?
Hey.
Oh my God.
Yes,
You know
it
what,
won the
so-
Grammys, I believe.
I will say the hologram Whitney Houston, hologram Michael Jackson were better than what they're trying to do with Carrie Fisher and Rogue One, or it just didn't work. It didn't work. Which nobody complained about in the moment because it was literally a lot of us start like right after she died, so nobody wanted to complain about it in the moment. But looking back at it, that was terrible. It was absolutely awful. Yeah. Well, number two, I've seen her live, and she's fucking amazing. I've been in love with her literally for 20 years. So should no one really should be surprised whatsoever that be Kelly Clarkson. I loved her literally since day one on American Idol, like literally day one, like from audition. I've been in love with Kelly Clarkson, so there's no one to be surprised. And like I know, like a lot of people give her crap for now being like plus size and a bigger girl. Like she's hotter now than she was then. She's hotter now. Like I love her so much, and she's one of the most talented women in the world. Like literally.
And look, look how far she's come. She started at American Idol, and now she's on The Voice.
Now she's at a talk show. Now she has her own talk show. And
yeah, she has her own talk show.
Karaoke is a thing.
Yes.
Karaoke is a thing. Like so.
And for single gentlemen, she is available.
So, okay. Top bill, number one. For those listening and know me at all, not surprising, but I will go last because it's just not surprising to anybody whatsoever. But Sal, go ahead.
My main show would be My Chemical Romance to bring out the inner emo in me.
The minute you said Jersey, I knew My Chemical Romance was going to be out here somewhere. You said Jersey. Oh, there's a meme I saw recently that the beginning of Welcome to the Black Parade to emo kids is like the beginning of Seasons of Love to Broadway fans, where you automatically instantly get into the song immediately.
Yes.
And the funny part is, I love both songs. It works for me. Oh, perfect for me. So, all right, Dad, main event, big star, number one, go.
Here we go. Ready? The Beatles with special guest ELO.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he's going crazy here. He's going crazy. I really thought he was gonna be like the Beatles with like the wings, just for the fun of it. That's what he was gonna do. That's what he was gonna say. So, for no surprise to anybody listening that knows me, because there's like only like one band that I've ever seen like more than once. As a matter of fact, I've seen them 3 times in 3 different states. But there's a little bit of a twist here. I put down, of course, the Barnacle Ladies, who do not get the respect they deserve as a band that's been together for 25 years. But with the inkling of bringing back Stephen Page, reuniting the band, and also like give a little break in the middle so Stephen Page can do his solo stuff to make him happy.
Yeah.
So, but no, his solo album is really good. His solo album is actually really, really good. But it's just not B&L. So they're bringing everything together to make everybody happy. Make everybody, I swear, that should be a tour. They should literally one day, if they can get their differences together, that should be a fucking tour. It's having B&L and Stephen Page do a tour together. Like, I don't know why they haven't done it yet. The last time they were together was when they went into the Canadian Hall of Fame as a band.
Oh,
Canadian Music Hall of Fame, and they did the Juno Awards. And that was the last time they were together, and that was like 2018.
Oh, wow.
So, all right, so that was fun. That was fun to go back to that. I was like, I did not expect your Jersey twist because me and Mandy were trying to figure out what you were going to do. Like, well, he's going to probably put Brittany. The minute you said Jersey, I'm like, oh, I know what he's doing. It's going to be fun.
I always thought I would do one big giant Jersey festival and just have like Halsey's a part of that. Obviously, she got cut, and you know the hologram of Frank Sinatra would be there, and it'd be really cool.
Perfect. I like that. Actually, I like that a lot. So, all right. So here's what we're going to do is I have to actually set something up on my end for our last segment of the show here. So because I knew I needed time to do that, I put together This is called the Celebrity Flex Montage because we deserve on the podcast to flex a little bit. And so I found another folder in my archives of every single person celebrity has been on the show. But I did not put a montage of all of them together because we had too many of them. And some of them are long and it would have been a marathon. So this is about 2 minutes. Give me a chance to get the get some stuff set up here on my end. But this is the celebrity montage. This is us flexing a little bit of the celebrities we've had on this show over the years, including a little shot of Sal from a in here.
Oh, I wonder who that could be.
There we go. A little montage as I set up our last segment of the show.
This is Christopher Daniels, and along the way, I've been called the fallen angel, a ring general, an inspiration to children everywhere, and the man with the rear that makes the girls cheer. And you are listening to the Blake and Sal Show, of course.
This is former WWE referee Jimmy Corderas, and you're listening to the Blake and Sal Show. Stay tuned, or you might get DQ'd.
This is Deb Lacey from MSC Network, and you're listening to the Blake and Sal Show.
Awesome Paul here with the Blake and Sal Show. Stay tuned.
Hello, citizens. Darkwing Duck here. I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the winged scourge that vexes your nightmares. And did I mention I am Darkwing Duck? And you are listening to the Blake and Sal Show, you lucky little weasels, as you were.
Hey, guys, this is Jay Lethal, also known as the Black Machismo, and you're listening to the Blake and Sal Show. Unfortunately, Sal wasn't here when I recorded this, so Blake, you're the best.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran, and I'm not even supposed to be here today, but you are listening to the Blake and Sal Show.
Hey, this is Casey Jost from Impractical Jokers, and you're listening to the Blake and Sal Show. You're welcome.
This is Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy, and you're listening to the Blake and Sal Show. Gorge.
Hello there, people. It's me, Winnie the Pooh, and Tigger, too. Don't be ridiculous. I'm sorry, but I think we're supposed to say something about the Blake and Sal Show. Well, of course we are. It's the Blake and Sal Show. And don't forget to remember to tune in and watch it with your ears.
Hi, this is Anthony Rapp, and you are listening to the Blake and Sal Show.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sparrow, writer of the Darkwing Duck comic book.
And I am James Solvani, artist of the Darkwing Duck comic book.
And you are listening to the Blake and Sal Show, the most dangerous podcast on the internet.
Hi, this is Kevin Eastman, co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm so thrilled that you are listening to me on the Blake and Sal Show. Wah, wah, wah.
This is Hugger Buttlefoot, and you're listening to the Blake and Sal Show. Pretty cool.
So there you go. A little flexing from us. We're gonna can. Why not? So while I was sitting that was fine. I was actually going to go back to. But I literally have a folder of like 40 people that have been on the show in the history. Like, so people don't realize that they jumped on during the pandemic. That I used to have celebrity guests on like all the time. Like it used to be a thing I used to do. Like I do monthly interviews and all kinds of stuff. Like it's just something that I haven't done since the pandemic because, as you joked on Twitter, everyone and their mother now at the podcast. So there's really no point in reaching out to celebrities anymore. There's just no point. So like everyone, freaking Jimmy Corderas has his own podcast now. Like
yes,
he has multiple. Well, him and Ryan Hampton do a podcast now. So like, yeah. So like everybody has a podcast now. So there's no point. So while I was doing that, I had to set up because Dad brought it up the last show. By the way, so Sal, I'm convinced Dad doesn't listen to the show sometimes, like when he's on it. Because last show, I'm literally promoting this show. This is a live show, what we're doing. And I go and literally list off the stuff that's going on, and I say the word voicemails in there. And then Dad says, after I'm done with the plug, so are we playing voicemails? Not paying attention to the time. Not paying attention to anything we're talking about half the time. But
Believe it or not, George isn't at home. Please leave a message at the beep. I must be out or I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not.
That's a job. So
I thank you.
So here's what's going on. We have a voicemail. Now, okay, so we'll be playing the Google Translate game. This is what we're doing in a minute. But so Google Translate. The first voicemail I'm going to play did not even pick up the voicemail on the transcript. There's not even a transcript of this voicemail. What is even funny?
Oh, come on.
Like, ruined our game to start, but I'll play it anyway. This is a good friend of the show. Really good friend of the show. And here we go.
Blake and Al and Dad and Mandy. 10 whole damn years. How about that? I always knew you'd make it. There were some doubters. I'm not going to say any names. Rich fan. But I am supremely happy for you guys. 10 years is not an easy feat. That is something to behold and to certainly be proud of. Feels like yesterday when we were recording through a lightning storm and all kinds of internet issues. But the East Coast Cast and the Pro Wrestling Torch appreciates all the work you've done, all the hours of content you've provided over the last decade. It's been a fun ride. I hope you guys get 10 more years. And more success to you, more subscribers, more donations. You guys are awesome. And I'm proud of you.
Oh, that was, of course, Travis Bryant from the East Coast Cast, taking a random shot at Rich Fan. That was weird. I don't know, weird little shot for no reason.
Is that a heel turn?
I don't know what that was. That was strange. They fucking record every week. Showing that every week.
Now, is he a heel or babyface?
I don't know. That was really weird and funny. That was very funny. But thank you, Travis. That was really cool. They're really sentimental there for a minute. They're really sentimental. By the way, I forgot about that lightning storm. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. I remember that now.
Well, you said it. I completely forgot about that lightning storm. But we're literally doing a show while this crazy storm going on outside, and we had so many connection problems that night. But we kept doing the show. We kept going. So, all right, now we'll actually play the game as long as the slides work as I planned. There we go. Sal, why don't you start us off? Go for it.
I can already see from the top line that we're in for a treat here. Hey, it's your old buddy Kyle Craig calling in to wish a happy anniversary to Blake and Sal show, man. Oh wow, they got my name right. Just out there doing the damn thing for so many years. It is he had my own system monumental achievement. If it was a marriage, it was sobriety. Every week for this long is really something that is really, it's a stunning achievement. Really, you guys are put in the effort, put in the time, you put out a great product, and everybody's listening to the show is calling to say congratulations. Thank you.
On the record, so I didn't actually read these. I kind of just copy pasted it through with slideshow because I wanted the reaction on the air. So I didn't actually read these right through. I didn't actually read them. Oh my god! Well, let me actually play the clip.
Hey, it's your old buddy Kyle Craig calling in to wish a happy anniversary to the Blake and Sal show. Man, just out there doing the damn thing for so many years. It is had by all. I mean, look, this is a monumental achievement. If it was a marriage, if it was sobriety, but to put this much time and effort here into something like a podcast that you get out there and do for your listeners, every week for this long is really something that is really it's a stunning achievement. Really, so you guys have put in the effort, put in the time, you put out a great product, and everybody listening to the show is thankful for it. So just calling to say congratulations. I hope everybody's doing well. I love you guys. Yeah, kiss on the cheek.
Oh, that was really sweet. That was really, really sweet. I'm just muting out because some of them are really low. I'm not sure you can hear them. But that was really, really sweet. The kiss was really sweet. I didn't expect that.
Why did it cut off the last part? That was the best part.
Oh my god, that was really sweet. All right, Dad, take it.
My name was wrong. Here we go.
to the Blake and South Show.
There it is.
I want to extend my congratulations. There it is. On 10 years of podcasting. This is referee DM Stevens.
I did
Oh,
get
sure,
right.
gets his name right. Fuck you, Google.
Formerly boss of the show, but seriously, congratulations on 10 years. It's hard to say and age for those two. Commit to something for a year, maybe two, let alone 10 years, but I'm here hoping for another 10 more. Congratulations, keep up the great work, and hopefully to be on the show again sometime. Take care, all.
I swear we need like a bouncing ball for some of these, like those old Disney videos with the bouncing ball.
Yes.
But yeah, it took you 2 voicemails and it already South. It took you 2 voicemails.
Love it.
Now South.
Okay, what's it?
Blake.
That could be my ring name.
I want to extend my congratulations on 10 years of podcasting. This is referee DM Stevens, formerly boss of the show. But seriously, congratulations on 10 years. It's hard this day and age for those to commit to something for a year, maybe 2, let alone 10 years. But I'm here hoping for another 10 more. Congratulations. Keep up the great work. And hopefully to be on the show again sometime. Take care, all.
Thank you, David. He was part of our show, obviously, in Jersey last month. And a lot of fun last month with that. But thank you, David, for doing that. That was cool. Let us go to the next one here on the screen here. Hey, it is Leandra from Rocky Horror Minute. Hey, you got that one right. I wanted to wish you guys a happy anniversary. I would sing, but I don't think that would be fun for anybody, really. But seriously, congrats on yet another fantastic year. And here's to TOO, by the way, many more. By the way, it's funny. She complains about her singing, but she's one of the people that does like the Rocky Horror casts. So she obviously did sing if she wants to, but she doesn't want to here. But here we go, our friend Leandra.
Hey, it is Leandra from Rocky Horror Minute, and I just wanted to wish you guys a happy anniversary. I would sing, but I don't think that would be fun for anybody, really. But seriously, congrats on yet another fantastic year, and here's to many more.
So, probably hi everyone listening. I know we have like 6-10 people watching this right now live. So, hello guys. I know no one's commenting, but hi. Nice to see you guys watching. It's very cool.
Hi.
Very cool. So, thank you,
Maybe
Leandra.
can we get Leandra to sing Time Warp?
I know I can. Going back to Leandra for 1 second. I got a video of her getting proposed to by her now fiance at the Rocky Horror Cast, and she didn't know it was coming.
Yay.
Really
Yay.
cool. Really cool. All right, Sal, take it, go.
What the fuck is that? That is the worst. That is the worst one yet. Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, look at that. We got blanket sound. What the fuck?
You know what? I feel bad. You know what? Sal, for what? My name's also messed up. Look ahead.
Blanket sound. I can't even go on. That's bad. Celebrate 10 years of kicking ass in the podcast, and they don't go Steve. Austin says congratulations. That was 2 sentences. I'm not going to celebrate one. Okay. How am I going to celebrate one? I'll tell you how I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to take 10 miles on my Stone Cold Brew. Get Cold Loggers, California. What?
I think I found our Instagram clip for the show. Wow!
What?
I did not read that in advance. That's amazing. know who this is.
What? But I know who it is too. But blanket sound. Like, come on, Google, get your shit together, bro. Come on.
Hey, instead of having true stereo sound, you get blanket sound.
I've been using Google Voice for 10 years. This may be the worst voicemail translation of all time.
Yes.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, look at that. We got Blanket Sound celebrating 10 years of kicking ass the podcast, and the old pal Stone Cold Steve Austin said, congratulations. How am I going to celebrate one? How am I going to celebrate one? I'll tell you how I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to take 10 bottles of my Stone Cold Rugged Skull Lager to El Segundo Brewing Company out in California. I'm going to line this some bitch stuff down the bar. I'm going to slam them down one by damn one. Celebrating 10 years of kicking ass. Boys, congratulations.
I love how Google Translate just like quit after the word California. Like, they're like, no more.
Okay, so the next one I did read, and I didn't understand what happened because the clip is like a minute. The voicemail is like a minute, and this is all that Google Translate. This is all that came through. This is all that came through.
What?
Dad, why don't you read what came through and then I'll actually play what's here?
Warriors playing on the first podcast from one step to another from 16 times everywhere. Congratulations.
Well, that's a testimonial if I ever heard one.
I get the emails. So for those behind the scenes, when we do this game, I get the emails with the translation. I don't really read them that much. I just want to make sure we got them. And I got this and I thought it was an error. They went to the app just to see, and it's exactly what's in the app too. I'm like, what the hell? But actually, I haven't heard the clip, but this is like, but it's like 2 sentences in the clip is like 50 seconds. So like, that's the funny part about it. So here we go.
Woo! We're playing it now. 10 years. 10 years. A decade of the best podcasting you're going to ever get. And it ain't for Ric Flair. Congratulations to both of you. And he celebrates by rolling up a big old fatty for that Ric Flair trip, brother. Woo, you can go online and order yourself a brick. Line it up. And this boy, he don't pump hats, brother. Oh, no. He takes that bad boy to Broadway. Woo, he's supposed to down and enjoys himself some Blanket South. So congratulations. From one champ to another. From 16 times the heavyweight champion to champion. Congratulations. Woo, since it ain't your boy Ric Flair.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
So, Ric Flair is rolling fatties now, huh?
I do want to actually just say, I want to shout out to our boy, Kurt Hoffman. Incredible. Absolutely amazing. Every time you do it, I thank you.
Wait. That wasn't really Ric Flair. It's so cold.
That was amazing. I have to say, one of the funniest things, that is one of my favorite bits of all time. Until when he goes into the start, I laugh. I lose it every time. I'm so glad. I don't even have to ask him. I just messaged him and I said, "We're doing voicemails. You know what to do." And I get that. I don't do voicemails.
Please.
That's literally all I had to say.
Thank you.
Oh my God, that was amazing. Oh geez. Okay.
Thanks, Kurt.
Oh, catch our breath. Let's move on. That was great. That was amazing. All right. Hello, you wonderful people, with Rich Man from Pro.way from Torch.
Oh, okay.
Just wanted to congratulate you on another fantastic year of the Blake and Sell show.
I think that's a new one too.
I want to thank you guys. One, for not only being awesome, thank you, people, but in general with the show, whether it's me as a guest or even just watching when you do other episodes, the dynamic between the four of you. The fact that they shut Mandy out and all this, by the way, this is the second person that shut Mandy out, which is very awesome. Is magnificent. I think what you guys do and how you do it. Period. There's been a space for it, comma, and you've owned it. comma. I just really love hopping on there, comma. I hope you guys have another awesome year. So thanks again and keep rocking.
Thanks, Rich Man.
I had to emphasize the commas because I don't even know how the sentence fragment and then it was weird. So let's hear it from our old buddy. Go for it.
Hello, you wonderful people. It's Rich Fan from Pro Wrestling Torch. Just want to congratulate you on another fantastic year of the Blake and Sal show. I want to thank you guys, one, for not only being awesome people, but in general with the show, whether it's me as a guest or even just watching when you have other episodes, the dynamic between the four of you is magnificent. I think that what you guys do and how you do it, there's been a space for it and you've owned it. And I just really love popping on there, and I hope you guys have another awesome year. So thanks again and keep rocking.
So thank you, Rich Fan, or Rich Man, apparently. I do want to thank him, by the way, because I know he's been super, super busy at school with coaching and everything else. It takes like 30 seconds out to send that in. It was really cool of him. I know how busy he is.
Yes.
So because he hasn't been able to come on the show because he's been so busy with like sports and everything. So that's the only reason he hasn't been here the last few months.
So remember, those of us on the Blake and Sal show.
Oh man, the Blake and Sal show. I'm sorry, that was fantastic. That was a new one.
We had Blanket Sound, we have South, we have Cell.
I can't get over blanket. What was the last blanket sound? Blanket
sound. So we put everything together. South Blanket Sound Cell.
So our next one is a unique one. Because it's not one person. It's not one person on this one. Sal.
Okay.
I'm going to move this. Can you read the whole thing or no?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. How to do kids. Okay. This is Kelly Walls. I have talked with Blake and Sal. Hey, I got it right. Quite a few times. They like bringing me back on because I'm a spaz. And I have you know a lot of anger and I save it for the show, but I'm not alone because we're a package deal, Tom. That's right. We're chat. I'm going to feel the curtain back. and say that we were chatting about how we didn't have period. Well, I don't know. I don't throw you under the bus. I'll say that I come to you say I don't have much material. I feel bad. Blake is asking me to do this voicemail, and I want to say congrats. But everybody else is going to say congrats. I don't know what to say. And so Kelly suggested we do a team call. And I said, well, that's great. I'll just lean on him and I guess plug the fact that you can hear us on the Torch VIP. Congrats. Congrats, guys. Blake, Sal. Hey, got my name right again. Mark.
Hey, recognize Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, comma. And if you need anything else, I'll just end with this. Neither of us are wearing pants. Wow. Okay.
A little bit more than I need to know.
Well, color me interested.
Wait, so that is such a long thing. It's only like a minute voicemail. Like it's only a minute. God, it's so long. All right, let's play it.
Howdy do, kids. This is Kelly Wells. I have talked with Blake and Sal quite a few times. They like bringing me back on because I'm a spaz, and I have, a lot of anger, and I save it for the show. But I'm not alone because we're a package deal, Tom.
That's right. We were I'm gonna peel the curtain back and say that we were chatting about how we didn't have. Well, I won't throw you under the bus. I'll say that I came to you saying I don't have much material. I feel bad. Blake is asking me to do this voicemail. And I want to, but everybody else is going to say congrats. I don't know what to say. And so Kelly suggested we do a team call. And I said, well, that's great. I'll just lean on him. And I guess plug the fact that you can hear us on Torch VIP. Congrats, guys. Blake, Sal, and Mark.
Yeah, and if you need anything else, I'll just end with this. Neither of us are wearing pants.
Well done, guys. Well done. So I get a text message from Kelly saying, so we did something. Just let me know if the technology worked. So I didn't listen to the whole voice, but I just had to make sure I heard both of their voices so that I know it worked. So they know it worked. Oh, so thank you guys. That was great. That was awesome.
Kelly,
Yes.
it worked.
That was awesome. Great job, guys. So we have one more. I saved it for last. I saved it for last on purpose. Dad?
What?
You can't go for it.
Okay, here we go. Legs Salmon, because you're a good friend, older, wishing you a happy 10-year anniversary. More things change, the more they say the same. As my favorite goat is now off TV again. But I wish the three of you nothing but many, many more years of health and happiness and making the people laugh, whether you're trying to or not. But but know that I am listening and that I send all my love to you. Yes, yes, goodbye. Legs, salmon.
Blake, Sal, Mark, his good friend Olga, wishing you a happy 10-year anniversary. The more things change, the more they stay the same, as my favorite goat is now off of TV again. I wish the three of you nothing but many, many more years of health and happiness and making the people laugh, whether you're trying to or not. I am in a secret location in Bulgaria, so I must make this short and sweet. That I am listening and that I send my love to all of you. Yes, yes, yes. Goodbye.
Hold on, I just want to note this for a second because it's on Facebook Live and I have the feed up over here and it listed as Bulgaria. He said Bulgaria, just so we don't get in trouble. Just so we don't get in trouble. I don't want it to get in trouble. Just want to throw it out there.
Legs,
okay.
Sal, and Mon.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh man, that was fun. That was always fun to do. I love that game. That's
Wow.
one of my favorite things to do. I swear, I love it. Oh man, now that we're catching our breath, I think we are time to wrap up. So I'll hit this.
For all the good things you're doing, thank you. For all the good things you're doing, thank you. For all the good things you're doing, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Yeah.
So, this is where we say our thank yous usually at the end of the year or end of a show, end of a big anniversary. First, I want to thank everyone to call in. That was awesome. I know a lot of people that said they were going to and they didn't get a chance to, one reason or another, travel or appointments or surgery, as someone told me. Like, the things happen and it doesn't matter. At least you were here for us over the years. As I said, over on our Twitter and Facebook page, I thank every single solitary person that's been on the show. And there's literally hundreds of people that have been on the show over the years. So thank you for all of them. But at the end of the day, also, I want to thank our audience because I joked during the pandemic, and Sal always makes the joke like, "We have 5 people listening." He thinks this is the joke, but I have seen our numbers, and ever since the pandemic, our numbers have gone up again, which I'm so happy to see. I'm really happy about that because like our numbers plummeted during the pandemic, obviously, like everybody else did, like all podcasts did during the pandemic, because no one was on the road and nobody was out of the house. So why would listen to the podcasts? And for a while, that we were literally entertaining ourselves during the pandemic, literally doing stuff for ourselves to keep ourselves occupied and not bored during the pandemic. But this is why, if you look at, by the way, I just got a text message from Lizzie apologizing for not sending in a voicemail, and congratulations on the anniversary. So there you go. She's traveling. She's actually she's actually in New York right now, so she just kind of forgot because she's traveling. Which is what I mean. Like, life happens. So if you forgot, it's not the end of the world. Like, I'm not mad at anybody if you just forgot because you're busy. Like, I'm not mad at people. But like, we do have an internet. I always look at the numbers and I laugh because I'm like, why do people listening to this show all the time? Like, why do people listen to this show? we're goofing off. We're literally goofing off over here, but people seem to like us and enjoy us. And like, we get like at least 100 people downloading the show every Friday, which is a lot of people for independent. But then when you look at the numbers, we literally have people listening to the show in like India and in the UK and like in Ireland and in Italy. And it's crazy to me that we have international audience, legitimate international audience. To this for some reason. Like, it's really cool to me. I think it's awesome. I don't even tell you most of the time stuff because like our numbers are low compared to other people. But at the same time, it's really awesome because we're independent. We're not working for a major company. We're working on our own. We do this on our own. So like, it's a big deal to us, to anyone listening to this damn show. But the fact that like, I just put it up in the last month, we've had over 5,000 downloads of our show in the last month.
Wow.
In the last month. That's amazing. Like, straight up amazing. I did literally put it up on speaker just now. And that's just our show. That doesn't include like Clerks Minute and E5 and everything else. This is our show. We've had over 5,000 downloads in the last month.
Wow.
That's incredible. So thank you, everyone listening. Thank you for everyone listening. And thank you to you guys, especially Sal. He's the one that at the very beginning of this 10 years ago, and I'm like, you're unemployed and I'm bored. And I'm like, I want a podcast. Do you want to do it with me? And he thought I was crazy. You probably still think I'm crazy, but at the time, he thought I was crazy. And you're like, sure, I got nothing else to do. Got nothing better to do. And here we are now, probably closer friends than we were then. We're a lot closer than we were then. And like, literally one of my favorite people to talk to in the world. And like, here we are 10 years later. Like, it's crazy to me. We're doing this. And Dad, you literally did this show and retired from being a cop and then became a full-time host on this show. Like, that's how crazy these 10 years have been. You started this show as a freaking Milwaukee cop, retired, dealt with health issues, surgeries, and still kept up with this damn show for the last 10 years. It's insane when you think about it from that perspective. And we don't take many weeks off. We really don't take many weeks off. We've taken a couple of weeks off for emergency purposes, for family issues. We take the holidays off, obviously. But like, we don't take many weeks off. The fact that we find the time to do this is insane to me sometimes, especially because we're busy. We're all busy. We're extremely busy. I don't know how the hell this week is crazy to me because we're doing this and we're doing our Mania show this week. We're still doing that this week. But like 2023, I look at the calendar, we're really busy, yet we still find time to do this. So for me, that's a big deal. So Sal, I'll throw it to you for any words.
Yeah, I just obviously, every year, every anniversary or whatever, I always thank you guys, Mandy, and just doing the work, putting this together, all the prep work you do, your crazy antics, my crazy antics. It's been a wild ride. Mandy touched on us at the top of the show where you didn't think this would last more than a couple weeks. I honestly thought this would be a couple months and we would get back to our lives 10 years ago. And a decade, dude. A decade. Like, it's nuts. You know what I mean? Like, when you think about it in that aspect, CJ was a baby. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that.
High school in 6 months. He's going to high school.
I know. It's been a ride. 10 years is a long time. Every day I just think about how life would be different, I guess, because like you mentioned, we definitely got very, very close because of this. And if this wasn't a thing, where would we be? So I always think about that.
I thought about that recently. I've been thinking about it because it's like it's kind of like this, like the second most important thing in my life, besides like obviously my family. Like literally the second most important thing in my life. Like, it's crazy. And the second long relationship in my life. besides my actual marriage. Like, like ever. Like this is literally the second longest relationship I've ever had in my life beside my actual marriage. Which is crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about the CJ factor. He was so freaking young when we started, and he's going into freaking high school at the end of the year. Like,
Yeah.
crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't even think about it until you said it. Like, wow, that's nuts.
He was a baby.
Oh, it's nuts. Because we literally had to pause shows to go take care of him and then come back. Like we had to do that back in the early days. Like,
Yeah.
So, oh man, that's crazy. I didn't think about that. Shit. I got all sentimental there for a second.
You're welcome.
Wow. Okay. I'm down. Throw it to you.
10 years went really fast. And for you guys to invite me on a show as, you know, a host, and then as it morphed into me becoming a regular host, I mean, it's phenomenal. The content and the information that we put out on our almost a weekly basis, you know, we get, and then we basically go around the horn and figure out, you know, likes, dislikes, you know, do you agree with this? Do you disagree? Whatever the case may be. But the one thing that has been constant is the three of us and four with Mandy, as a collective group, I think we put forth effort to not only give out information tidbits, but to entertain people. You know, it's not a boring podcast where basically, you know, you're going to fall asleep within the first 2 minutes. And we try to keep it fresh and entertaining. And I think that's why 10 years have just gone by so fast. And the podcast has opened doors for us to go to different conventions and to talk to people, and whether it's
do panels. We've done panels because of
Yep.
the show.
Yep. You know, and talk to people within the pro wrestling world and get their take and spin on things, or, you know, entertainment like Bill Farmer and things of that nature. You know, without the podcast, we wouldn't be able to do any of those things. And, you know, there have been people in our lives that have passed on, and you know, when they hear us, when they were still here, we're laughing their pants off. And I think that shows. Yeah, like Kelly. So I mean, I look at this as how everything is morphed, and it's gotten better, and it will continue to be what it is, and success, and the sky is the limit.
So one last thing I will say here, and I say this for last because the show would not exist if it wasn't for Mandy saying go for it. So at the end of the day, I have to thank her. She's literally been my biggest supporter. She puts up with this. She puts up with the scheduling. And I think only the last couple of years has she realized, like, okay, I think with the pandemic, where it's like, okay, this is Jenny, your getaway for like an hour or 2 hours every week. Go do your thing. And then as long as you take care of things around you, it's fine. But go do your thing for a couple of hours. And understanding and putting up with things. And now like working your schedule around our podcast schedule now. Like it's crazy now. Like it's fun and it's awesome. And the fact that she supports us and supports this show and came on the show earlier in the show, which is awesome. And she didn't have to do that. And that was really cool to do. So I definitely want to thank her, because if it wasn't for her, we would not be here and this show would not exist in the format that it is. One more thing I'm going to throw out there. I know they're listening to this, but I also want to thank my parents, because if it wasn't my parents, I wouldn't be paying for half the same podcast equipment, because their Christmas money pays for my podcast equipment. So like the last couple of years, my upgrades to my podcast came from my parents. So
thank you, Mom and Dad.
Seriously, like I have all this equipment sitting here because of them. So so I just want to put it out there as well. So well, that is our show. And wow, this is crazy. We did it. We made it. We made it through our 10-year anniversary show. Oh man. So
Yes.
so we're gonna close it with a song that I was saving for this occasion. I heard it at the end of Clerks 3. And it's actually called I'm from New Jersey by John Corcoran. And I figured it was very fitting, especially because it was two Jersey guys that started this damn show to close with the anthem to the state of New Jersey. So why not? Sal, take it the way to wrap things up here.
Yeah, for more information on our show, including where you can find us on social media or watch the show on YouTube, go to our website, theblakeandsalshow.com. And pretty please, if there really is 5,000 of you, don't forget to comment or leave a rating and review, even if it's "Today I suck," and we'll read it on the show.
I actually checked. Maybe I had a review in a couple of years. I would have read it on the show. I checked. I did check this the other day. Dad, say your thing. Go.
Hey, as always, it's been your pleasure doing this for 10 years, and God willing, we can do it for longer and keep you entertained and informed.
And make money.
Hey, oh, seriously, if it wasn't for you two gentlemen and the fan base we've got, I don't think we'd be as successful as we are now, and things wouldn't have happened. So that just kudos to you gentlemen for putting things together. And I'll end it this way by saying, hey, you guys know where your wrestling organizations are. Go patronize, watch, be amazed, and then, hey, give us a holler back on what you saw and what you liked about the shows you went to, and we can talk about it. And this is an open forum for discussion about professional wrestling, sports entertainment. It always has been, and other things in the media, and always will be.
Sure.
Even if you're wrong.
As long as you're not an asshole. Just don't be an asshole. Just don't be a troll asshole.
And then just remember, pants are always optional.
I know. We've done a lot of night shows over the years. I'm all aware of that.
Oh my.
All right. So quick update on this week. First of all, if you're watching us live, thank you so much. I know some people have jumped in and out. So if you want to hear the full show, the full replay will be going up tomorrow on Wednesday. Thursday, back in the archives, we're going to be looking back at our first WrestleMania we covered on this show, and WrestleMania 29 with the main event, Rock versus Cena. That was WrestleMania 29. And
Wow.
it's like
well, that was Jersey, wasn't it?
It was Jersey. That was the first Jersey show. And Dad's on the show, Manny's on the show, Jason Powell's on that episode. To hear all that on Thursday. Friday, we'll be back to cover WrestleMania this year. WrestleMania Hollywood, NXT Stand and Deliver, and the WWE Hall of Fame.
Hollywood.
That being said, thank you all for joining us. Happy anniversary, gentlemen. I'm Blake.
Happy anniversary. I'm Sal.
Happy anniversary, I'm Mark, and
you've been listening to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark. Have a good day, everybody.
Hey, we love you guys. Keep listening. The more you guys listen to us, the better we are.
That they are good enough. I'm from New Jersey. I don't expect too much. If the world ended today, I would adjust. I would adjust. I would adjust.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night.
Bye-bye, bitch. Yay!